What is going on YouTube? This is Gerchberg, your favorite realtor. I wanted to make a video real quick about the 5 best questions I've been asked on listing pitches. This is really important for you to know these 5 questions because I was on a listing pitch the other day and I realized that my future potential client didn't know what to ask me when I got to the point in my pitch where I said,
"What did I miss? Can you ask me any questions that I didn't cover for you yet?"
And that's great. Hopefully I blew them away, but I really wish I would have asked some questions because that would have reinsured that I really am the best agent for them. So here are the 5 best questions I've been asked that you can ask your agent when you're interviewing them to sell your house and make sure that they're the best fit to work with you and get your house sold. Before we go any further, click right down below, subscribe to my channel, and if you like this content, please click the thumbs up button. It'll really let me know what content to put out there so that you can keep coming back and get informed. On to the 5 questions. Question number 1. Is this your full-time job? You want to know this. Why? Because you're going to want to make sure that if you call them any time of day, that they're able to pick up and answer your call. You're not going to want to wait for your agent to finish their day job to return your calls and emails potentially the next day. And if we're in a really, really hot market, you want to make sure that the person that you're working with is quickly available and able to move quickly and swiftly to work for you. Question 2, how do you handle negotiations? This is a great question because there's so much more to negotiate in the sale of your house besides the sale price. There's things like the inspections or the most important thing, the appraisal. So you're going to want to make sure that your agent that you're interviewing has a plan and make sure that there's contingencies for this plan. So for the appraisal, for example, are you going to meet the appraiser at the house to show them where the value is that your neighboring house might not have? What if the appraisal comes in low? How do you handle a situation like this? This is just to show you that you have an agent who is prepared, they're experienced, they know what can happen and how to handle it if it does. 3, how much do they cost? This is a great question because if you need to net a certain amount on the sale of your house, you need to ask this question to your agent. By asking it, you find out 2 things about them. 1, obviously how much they cost, and 2, you just kind of put them in a spot to negotiate for their fee. So you can ask them if there's any kind of wiggle room and kind of watch them in action and see how they do with you as a potential client. Now, don't forget the old adage, you do get what you pay for, okay? Number 4, what sets you apart from other agents? And this is a great question because a truly strong and great agent will know exactly their strengths and what they do better than anybody else. So as a follow-up question, you can ask, what are you going to do differently to market and sell my house? So this is where you're going to find out what they're going to do to go above and beyond the standard practices of a real estate agent to market and sell your house. You're going to want to make sure that they're going to do more than just put up a signpost and put it on the MLS. There's a lot more that goes into marketing, and you just want to make sure they're going to take those extra steps to actually work hard for you and get your house sold as quickly as possible for the top dollar. Question number 5, what is your preferred method of communication and how often will you communicate with me? This is a huge question to ask because if you hate talking on the phone and you prefer text, that's your fastest way to get a hold of you because you're very busy, you can't be bothered to pick up the phone and talk, and the agent that you're interviewing says, I like to call my clients every day to give them an update. 1, that's amazing that they call you every day. 2, if they're only going to call you and you don't have time to pick up the call, probably not the best agent for you because they're not going to be able to tell you what's going on if you're not able to listen. So make sure that they communicate with you the way that you need to be communicated to. And a great follow-up question to this is, how often are you going to communicate with me? You're going to want to make sure that you have an agent that sends you updates at least once a week, potentially more if there's a lot of activity on your house. And having somebody that can communicate effectively and often with you, it's going to take a lot more stress out of the equation when selling this house. It's going to make it go a lot smoother for you, and it'll just be so much easier. Okay, those are the 5 best questions I've been asked on listing pitches. 1, is this your full-time job? 2, how do you handle negotiations? 3, how much do you cost? 4, what sets you apart from other agents? And 5, how often are you going to communicate with me and how are you going to communicate with me? Remember, you are the boss. The agent that you're speaking to needs to earn your listing and earn your business. So by asking these 5 questions, you're going to learn a lot about them and make sure that they are truly the best fit to work with you and do the best job for you. That's it for me, guys. Again, please be sure to subscribe down below and click that thumbs up button. I'll see you guys soon. Have an amazing day.